Good morning, stamping friends. I hope you guys all had a great weekend. We sure did. For those of you joining me new here on my YouTube channel, my name is Lorri Heiling, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I love bringing you creations and ideas every Tuesday morning. And I start at 9 a.m. Arizona time, and I'm always happy to just kind of share with you what's going on in my crafting world. But first of all, I have to ask you if you have seen the movie Ordinary Angels. Oh my goodness, we took my mom and sister this weekend, and that is a must-see movie. It was so good, and I love stories that are based on a true story, so the only little preview I'll give you is bring a box of tissues. So anyway, I just had to throw that out there because I always like to plug new movies. Sometimes I crave popcorn. That's my favorite little snack, and that isn't sweets. And I asked Dan, I said, what's a movie that we can go to? I'm craving movie theater popcorn. So that's how we decided to go to Ordinary Angels. So be sure and see that. Hilary Swank is in that. Okay, that wasn't meant to be a TV plug, but I just had to share with you that because that's on my mind this morning. Well, I have a lot to share with you today, and I'm going to start by saying the new online card club is going to be starting March 10th. Or actually, the deadline is March 10th. And I'm featuring the Latte Love. Isn't that adorable for those of you who are coffee lovers? And you know what? Even if you're not coffee lovers, I'm almost sure that you know someone who likes coffee. So, I was thinking about it. It's not like I'll sit and make coffee cards for myself. So, cards are to give other people. So just because you don't like coffee doesn't mean your friends or family don't. So this is still a great set to get, even if you're not a coffee lover. All right, so this has matching dies, and I'll show you the dies when I have my camera pointing down, but I want to show you this beautiful paper as well. I always forget I have my new system here, so I can show you the dies. Let me grab those quick and switch my screen. All right, here's the dies. Aren't they nice? And you're going to see how we have one of our designer series paper match this shape totally. It's like the bird's eye view of a coffee cup. We have a coffee press and a coffee maker and little cups. Oh, there's just so much in here, and it's been so fun to work with. I just ripped it open when I got it because I am a coffee addict, and I'm not afraid to admit that. All right, so let me just keep the view there. Here's that paper I was telling you about that the dies match. Isn't that fun? And the colors are so awesome to work with. Calypso Coral, I love. In fact, my favorite nail color is Calypso Coral, and I actually took my my cardstock into the nail lady, and I said, I want coral or Calypso Coral cardstock, and she was like, what? Calypso Coral. So anyway, there's so many choices there, and then that's how I chose that. So that's my go-to color. All right, then we have the messy coffee stain that happens usually when I make coffee. Coffee beans. And the base color is white rather than vanilla. There's a nice plaid. You can use this even if you don't like coffee, and that can make any card, really. Then we have some different shaped cups, and I don't think there is a die for that one, but the flip side is more coffee cups. And then here's that coffee stain again. I love this. I wish we had a stamp. Actually, we do. I think it's in, yeah, we do. It's in this set because I love making little splotches. Another way to use splotches is when you accidentally make a blop on your paper, then you just whip out a stamp like that or a grungy one and just make it like you meant to do that. And then this is Lost Lagoon with different shades. Isn't that pretty? I love this one, the swirl. It just screams like a latte. And Petal Pink is the coordinating color in that one. And then we have some hearts here. Then we have the chocolate or espresso swirl, and then a Calypso Coral color. I have to put my nails in there so you can see the match. All right, so that's the paper that goes with it. And then we have some embellishments. This is the ribbon, and it's burlap. It's a little bit hard to tie a bow. It's very stiff, so I'm using it in other ways, but you certainly could make a bow, but it's just not as soft as some of our other ones. I'll show you. You have to kind of manipulate the ribbon so that the polka dot's on the outside. But do you see how you can still make a bow, but it's just really stiff, and it's going to make your envelope pop out a little bit more, so you may be too thick for, an E2 envelope. And then the last little doodad are these cute little latte, little adhesive-backed dots, and they have like a swirl in them. I don't know if you can see that, but they're just really pretty, and they have the vanilla with a swirl, the petal pink, and then this is pecan pie. So that's what you get with all that. Okay, let me switch this again. Now, I want to talk to you about a couple other things. That sweep that I just showed you, that is part of my online card club, and I have this little flyer that I bring out every once in a while just to share with you how it works. And so if you're already in my club, you can kind of disregard this. But for those of you who may be new, I just want to explain how this works. I realize that a lot of people will just come to my card class in Arizona, and I do live classes. I do 4 different classes, and they're all the same classes, so I can keep the class size down and give you individual attention. And then I also have an online card club because a lot of people don't live here, but they still want to get in on the fun and not have to create the projects or think or cut or measure. And so what I do is I make little kits, but I choose one bundle per month. And so, like I said, the bundle this month is Latte Love. And so you'll get 4 projects and 8 cards, so 2 of each project. And I will ship these to you each month. I will ship them by the 25th of the month. And then the deadline for Online Card Club is the 10th of every month. Now, once you sign up, it's a recurring payment, but you can cancel whenever you want. If you just want to try it for 1 month and then cancel, that's perfectly fine, and you're in control of that because it's through PayPal. You don't even have to have a PayPal account. You can use your credit card, but that's how you sign up for the recurring payments. And then you will also get around $20 of Stampin' Up! Product, and shipping is included. So think about it. You get $20 of product, 8 cards, 8 envelopes, $38 for the month. And so it's really a good deal. And it's not, I'm not doing this as a big money maker because I'm discounting. And then also I add an add-on product that you can purchase, and I discount that as well. And I give you the prices of those each month because every month is different bundle, different price. And so, of course, this month the add-on is going to be the bundle of the stamp set or the dies. And if you just want the stamp set, that's fine. Usually people don't get just the dies by themselves. But anyway, those are all the options. And so I just encourage you to take a look at that and try it. If you're new, the coffee set is a great one to start with. And I can almost guarantee you're going to like it because I really saved some of my favorite projects for my online card club. And I don't always show them online. So I don't give previews because many times I'm creating all the way up until the deadline. So I invite you to give that a try. And let's see, what else do I want to share? I just want to do one more little plug for my cruise. And I know it still seems a long ways off, but it is February 22nd, 2025. So it's, a little less than a year now, and it is an 8-day cruise to the Caribbean. And I have a Facebook page that you don't have to commit on that page. It's just to kind of ask questions and see some of the things that we're talking about, and it's just going to be really fun. Then for those who have signed up already, you get added to a Facebook page, and those are for the people that are already signed up. Right now we have 11 spots left. We have a pretty good sized room on the Oasis of the Seas, and there's going to be plenty of room for us to spread out. And right now we have only 11 spots left, and I have 5 people that are kind of deciding on this, so I know that soon we hopefully will be sold out. And so just make sure you kind of talk about it, maybe share it with your friends, and you can invite people who aren't doing the crafting portion. And there's just way more information online. I don't want to use this whole half hour here to talk about that, but I do want to let you know, because sometimes, for a more expensive event, you need to have some time to save up and, work it into your calendar. So I hope you consider that. I can't wait. That's what I'm working on in my downtime right now. We are working on things that don't really necessarily need the new catalog, because I'm kind of waiting for the new catalog to come out as well so I can start creating. So anyway, there's going to be lots of fun and goodies, and just check it out. So I'll put the link to that as well. Now today we're going to do something a little bit different. It's kind of dabbling in a lot of different areas. I am going to show you how to color ribbon. So I had a spool of, I took off the hunk that I needed, and it's a lot, and that's what I want to show you. I have the very vanilla and basic black checked ribbon, and I want this to coordinate perfectly with the project that I'm doing. It's for my in-person stamp club, and so if they are watching, you will see this ribbon in your project, but I'm not going to show you the project yet because I always like to surprise people. But I don't want it vanilla and black, because I'm using white and black on the card, and so I'm kind of OCD as far as like you use white with white and vanilla with your vanilla cards. So, but this is my last roll of checked ribbon, so I want to color this to coordinate with my project, and so I'm going to show you how to do this. I'm also going to show you how to color ribbon when you just have a small chunk and you don't need a massive quantity to be colored. Whoops, I keep I'm off on my, where the camera is. I'm still using my iPad and my phone. You'll have to let me know. When I rewatch it, it looks a little bit blurry, but I'm not sure why that is because I have enough Wi-Fi here, power or whatever. All right, so what we're going to do is take just a small cup of water, and I didn't know how much to put in. I put, I don't know, maybe like 2.5 inches worth of water because this is a lot of ribbon, and so I know it's going to absorb this. And now I'm a little bit nervous that I'm going to drip on my mat. That will definitely stain. And then I'm going to take the re-inker, and I am using Parakeet Party. This is one of the in colors that's going to be retiring, so I'm going to use this because we have many greens that are similar to this color, which, let's see, Granny Apple Green is close, and what's the lime one? Let me get it here. Lemon Lime Twist is also close, but I'm going to use the one that I'm going to have to quit using pretty soon. So I'm just going to put some re-inker in here, and the amount that you should put in, I don't know. I want it to be kind of dark, so I'm going to add, I don't know, I bet that's about a teaspoon. The nice thing is if it's not dark enough, you can always add more. And then I have a plastic spoon here, and I'm just going to stir this. Looks like, gosh, I should be making a St. Patrick's Day ribbon. Now I'm going to unroll it from here so it's a little bit looser. I wound it up kind of tight, and hopefully I don't have a knot. And because I want it to be loose in the cup, because if you have it tight, there's some areas that will not take the dye. Oh my, I have a lot here. I might have to add more water. Let's see. I'm going to get it untwisted a little bit. All right, let me switch my view here so you can see the cup. All right, so let's put it in here. I hope it doesn't soak it all up, or I'm going to have to get more water. So just stuff it in there. And it is going to color wherever the vanilla is, and it's going to be nice. And I want it bright green so it matches my project. And also, it's good to do this a little bit before because you have to let it dry. Now, what you're going to do is let this set. And gosh, it all depends on how dark you want it. I can see that I need a little bit more water. I do not have water in my craft room, so I'm a water faucet. So I'm going to just add. Oh, I didn't have very much in this. This is my backup water in a in a little drawer I have here. But I'm going to go grab a little more water because I want the whole thing to be covered, and you can see it's not covered all the way. So hold tight. I will be right back. All right, let me just squeeze a little more water in there. There we go. So we have, gosh, I'm about 3/4 full on this. And I can tell already that I'm going to need more re-inker. Now remember, this is a lot of ribbon to dye, but you get a lot of re-inker in here. I'm not even 1/10 of the way down. So don't be shy to use that. So you can see this is going to take some time. So I'm going to set this aside, and I'm not even going to use this ribbon because, like I said, I want it to be a surprise for my for my customers next week when I do my class. So I will show you how we're using this. But in the meantime, I can get my ribbon ready, and then I'll show you the project either next week or in 2 weeks. Just check my blog because I might not do a video on it. I might just show you the finished project, but at least you can see this part. Now, I'm going to show you another way that you can recolor or add color to your ribbon. And let me grab my glass mat for this. And this is when the glass mat really comes in handy because you don't have to get your surface wet. And I'm going to get my ribbon, and I'm trying to think what color I want to use because I'm going to make a card using this, but I haven't decided yet. I think I will do, let's do pecan pie. So I'm going to take I'll do the light one. If it's not light enough, you can grab the darker one. You can go on top of this. And all you're going to do is take your blend and then use the paintbrush end and just wet. I can tell already want the dark end. It's not showing up as dark as I want. And what's nice about our blends is they're so saturated that you don't even have to do the backside. It's going to go all the way through. And make sure you get the edges too because there's a vanilla edge. See how the glass mat will grab the ink and it won't get your surface that you're working on messy. And let me show you the flip side of how it, whoops, there we go. Now the reason I don't do this to that whole hank, is that what you call it, a hank of ribbon, is because you know, it takes ink away from this pen, so I don't want this pen to go dry just from recoloring the bolt. So this, you know, this re-inker just does it faster. But if you just have a small amount, just use your blends, and it's really fast and easy. And then I'm going to make a bow out of that with my project. Okay, let's switch to my project that we're going to make now, and we are going to be using the new, let me switch this. We are going to be using the new Latte Love stamp set. So hold tight again, and let me get set up for our project. All right, we're going to make a really fast and small card, and we are going to use a piece of pecan pie cardstock, and this is simply a 6-inch by 3-inch piece of cardstock. I'll grab my bone folder. I just scored it in half at 3 inches on the long side, and use your bone folder to make a nice crisp edge. Then I took the designer series paper. This is that pretty one that has kind of that latte look with petal pink and looks actually a little bit more like crumb cake. And before we place this on the card front, we are going to do a little bit of decorating. So then I took the designer series paper that had the cute little coffee cups, and I just die cut that out. I trimmed it a little bit tighter because I didn't want an edge around there. And we are going to place it at an angle here, but we're going to go off a little bit. I love it when people take full objects and go off just a little bit. It gives it a little bit of interest, and also this is not a big square footage for a card, so you know there's not a lot of white space here. So we're just going to trim that off before we adhere it. So I just will flip it over and follow the edge that's on the DSP. So now it's ready to be adhered, and we are going to use dimensionals on this. It's always good to have a little bit of interest to your cards by putting some dimensionals on the back. And just remember, if you get it too thick, you might need an extra stamp. So I usually try to just do 1 or 2 if I just want it to go in regular mail. All right, then just line up the bottom where you cut that and go like that. Now the sentiment that I'm going to use, and I'm going to put it on here straight. This is where the glass mat comes in handy because you can line it up with the lines. All right, we're going to stamp "You're the best part of my day." There's many people I could send this to. Now remember, if you want to do a Starbucks gift card inside, I don't believe this is going to be big enough. Maybe it will. Let me just grab a little, let me see if I have a gift card. I have a lot of sample gift cards that I can use, and you can see that it is too small, or the card is going to be too small, so you'll just have to put this with a gift or something. All right, so we are going to use Early Espresso for the ink because we want it to be nice and dark so that it shows up. And just line that up and just put it up in the right corner, and that way you can still read it even though it's got kind of a busier background. All right, the next thing we're going to do is take that little bow that I made by coloring it with my blends. Again, I used pecan pie, and we're going to put a glue dot on the back of this. And we are just going to put this right where the little handle is on the coffee cup, like that. And then we are going to just put dimensionals on the back of it. Here they are. Oh man, I lose things right in front of my face. I don't have a huge area where all my stuff is, so I should be able to find it right away. But we all know, we all speak the same language and lose our things, and usually it's found right in front of our nose. I still have a couple dies that I lost that I'm still looking for. I'm almost ready to give up, but you know as soon as I rebuy it again, I'm going to find it. Okay, now we're just going to center this, and it's popped up. And we don't want to add too much. If you keep adding to this little thing, it's just going to take away from all the pretty things going on here. So that's the outside. Then we're going to do the inside. And this is 3 by 3 here. So I just took 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And this is basic white. And the other sentiment I want to say is, or want to use is, thanks so much. So we'll just do this in Early Espresso again. And then we are going to take 2 colors, and we're going to make the coffee splotches on here. And what I want to do is use, crumb cake and petal pink because I want them to be super light. And here's my splotch. Now I know I'm going to go off the page, so I'm going to need, I want to use my glass mat, but there's a glare, so I am going to grab a piece of white paper to put underneath. And so when you do this, if you want it to be a shade or 2 lighter, stamp off, which means stamp on your scrap first and then do a second time over here. And you could even do a third time. I think I do want it that super light one because I want to be able to see what I'm writing. And don't be afraid to put it right on top of the words. Maybe I'll make a couple darker like that. Clean my stamp off, and again, even with the inside of the card, don't go too crazy, otherwise it takes away. I think if too much is not good. So let's see how dark full strength is, and then second. I definitely like the second and third shades, so we'll do actually just the third shade. And make sure you twist it around so it's not symmetrical every time you stamp, like that. And then let's maybe do one more down in this corner. There we go. All right, you get the gist of the coffee splotches. And let me get my adhesive. I like to use Seal Plus because for some reason I have better luck with that. The regular one sometimes gets stuck in there and I always have to help it. But the Seal Plus usually works pretty well. All right, so there we have our card. Let me show you the front again. Oh, you guys, look what I did. I put it on sideways. So now we peel it off. Tell me you've never done that before. Oh my goodness. Actually, it's coming off pretty good, but it's sticking a little bit. That's how good our Seal Plus is, but I think I can get it. And I don't even think I have to add more. So make sure your card is going the right way. I've done upside down and not known it, and they show me the card after I send it, and I just say, you were supposed to stand on your head when you read it. All right, there we go. You're the best part of my day, especially when you get the direction of the card going. And thanks so much. All right, that's our cute little card for today. This is not included in the card club, but I just wanted to show you how fun and easy it is to work with this. You don't have to make the elaborate cards with all the dies and stuff. That's for a very, very special friend if you, do all that. But this is just a fast and simple card that you can tuck in with a little gift, maybe a coffee-themed gift. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I love sharing projects with you, and I hope you enjoy this. Be sure to sign up for my online card club. March 10th is the deadline. Also, I always switch this too fast. If you place an order and use my host code, I will send you a thank you card and a Stampin' Up! Product gift just as a token of my appreciation. And I'm so thankful that you chose me to be your demonstrator when you order. And you guys have a great rest of your week, and we will see you again next week, Tuesday morning at 9 o'clock. Oh, one more thing. Don't forget to check out the cruise, too. I would love to go on vacation with you for 8 days. All right, you guys take care. Bye-bye.